time for O'Neill Outside with Travis Johnson.
Unbelievable, big old beans.
O'Neill Outside with Travis Johnson is presented each week by CBA. It's just a better gun.
This week is all about turkey hunting with Trav's good friend, Dakota Russell. 2 hunts in 2 different states and 2 different species of turkey. First up, Dakota is in Georgia hunting the eastern wild turkey. It's opening weekend, and Dakota plans to take a gobbler with his bow. Let's see how he does.
On the ground. Alright, the birds are on the ground now. They did what I thought they would. These birds were roosting in these pines right here down this road. They're roosting in these pines. I got in here a little bit closer than I wanted to, but it sounds like they flew down into this holler. They're hammering. They're only 80 yards. I may go ahead and try to ease out of here before I spook them. They may come out this road. If they come out this road across where I heard those hens a few minutes ago, they're definitely going to spook. So it sounds like a lot of the birds that were on the roost are now on the ground. I'm hearing hens though. I'm hearing hens over here. So that I'm right in between. I'm right between where I hear the hens and the gobblers right here. So I may need to ease out here. If they cross this road, they're definitely going to spook. So we're going to scout a little bit more today. Try to find some other spots to put some cameras out. This logging road right here sounds like it's going to be a good place to put a camera out if you ask me. Stick with us though. I'm still pinned down. There's birds just gobbling everywhere right now. There's hens just flying from tree to tree. I see 2 hens right now. I'm afraid to get out of here because I don't see any gobblers. I don't want to really see them, but I'm afraid that if I don't get out of here, I'm going to spook some stuff even more. Here comes some more turkeys. Bunch of hens are flying into the gobblers, it seems like. Another hen just landed up in a pine right here on the side of the road. They're going towards these gobblers down at the bottom right here. I know you hear it, man. It just gets me fired up. In 2 more weeks, I think we found a good spot. We're probably gonna come on back right here.
O'Neill Outside with Travis Johnson, brought to you by your Southeast Toyota dealer. Let's go places. Bill Jordan's Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors. The Whitetail Institute of North America. Research equals results. The Furminator, best food plot implement on earth. Conus, shoot like a pro. Tough Shed, premier builder of sheds and garages. And by Zach Brown's Southern Grind Knives. Only the best make the cut.
bird down here. Jeez, this is a heavy turkey. A whole mountain bird. Let's prop him up here. Dang, he's got a heck of a beard, man. I mean, a heck of a beard. He's wet, of course. It's opening weekend here in Georgia, and it's been a great weekend. It's been a little bit tough. There's a ton of jakes in here. I mean, there are jakes everywhere. And honestly, I think that it's kind of got the birds a little tight-lipped. I've seen that before. If there are a ton of jakes on a piece of property and there's just a couple of longbeards, I've seen it to where the jakes will attack the longbeards. The jakes will run the longbeards off, and you know, they got pens to themselves. But you know, this morning it seemed like it was pretty quiet out. Rained all night last night. I knew that sitting on this field was going to be my best bet this morning. Coming into a field after it's rained seems to really, you know, be the best for turkey hunting. They come out in the field, they really like to dry off. It's the quickest place to dry off instead of in the woods when they're getting wet all day. I elected to take my bow with me today. I knew I'd be sitting here a while. Didn't know how long it would take, but I just, you know, brought some food with me, got some waters, a quiver full of arrows, and that's about all I need. Didn't take long though. It was like right at daylight, this bird started hammering. Just a bunch of geese flying up and down the river. The river bottom's right here, you know, at the end of the field. And I think he was roosted either around the side of this hill or he's roosted right on the side of the river there. But regardless, you know, he hammered the first time I fly down cackled at him. I waited 2 or 3 minutes, did it again. He cut me off halfway. I just figured it probably wouldn't be long, and I knew the bird probably didn't have hens. I looked down the road here by the river, and there he was, full strut. Worked his way on up to the field and, you know, came straight to the decoys, beat him up, put on a show just like you want him to. I wish I could have made a little better shot. Obviously the shot was good enough. He just ran over here 40 yards. I let him, you know, sit for 2 hours. He's fine, it's cool this morning, but when in doubt, you know, I'd rather just wait it out. So we're gonna go ahead and pack him up, get him out of here. We have to tear the blind down, let it dry off all day. But man, what a way to start out a Georgia season.
Whether you're shooting or hunting, accuracy is your most important tool, and your scope can achieve that. How so? Let's take 100 yards and call it minutes of angle. Elevation, up and down, 1 click is 1/4 of an inch, up or down. Windage, right or left, 1 click equals 1/4 of an inch. Achieve accuracy via the scope and your rifle. Have confidence, and you can achieve that. And that's your CONUS hunting tip of the week.
This portion of O'Neill Outside is presented by the Georgia Department of Tourism and Economic Development, the Georgia Department of Natural Resources Wildlife Resources Division, and Georgia State Parks and Historic Sites.
This week, we are turkey hunting. You just saw Dakota get a big eastern with his bow. Next up, Dakota is in Texas. He's after a Rio, and now it's later in the season, and late spring turkey hunting in Texas, it can be hot in more ways than one.
Well, here we are in Texas. It's pretty hot right now. It's almost May. It's afternoon on. We're in here 2 o'clock this afternoon. We're on a wheat field. We're planning out during deer season. There's been a ton of birds out here. It's kind of a transition area between a big ag field and the roost trees. My hope is to catch the birds coming back through this wheat field. You know, there's a lot of roosts around here, and there's really no telling where they're going to go. But having a transition area like this midday is probably our best bet. It's awful windy, and we're a little bit of a low spot here. Hopes are high. You know, we've seen a lot of gobblers. It's just been so hot. say timber, I'm talking about 12-foot trees. So we're gonna hang it in here for a little bit, see what happens, and kick back and relax and kind of enjoy the day. But it may be a late afternoon before we start seeing birds come back this way. Stick with us, see what happens. Here come those hens. They're going across the dang field. I know that longbeard's right there with them. Gotta be with them right there. There he is, right there. Right there. That's right there. He's gonna get by us. Be careful. He's gonna get by us. He's gonna go up that road. There he is, right there by the eggs. Right there. Right there. He's gonna get by us. Boom, baby, boom. Yes. Longbeard down, baby. Longbeard on the ground in Texas. That right there was probably my longest shot ever. Longbeard XR, 3.5 inch. I'm guessing the bird to be 65, 70 yards. I'm gonna run out there and grab him real quick. What in the world? Late afternoon hunt. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, yes, baby. Surreal. Yes, let's go out there and check him out. Oh, that's awesome, man. Late afternoon here in Texas, and we just smoked a big longbeard with the CVA Apex. I'm telling you right now, I've shot a lot of shotguns, and there is not a shotgun out there that will take them down at the range that this gun will. It's unbelievable. The combination with this choke, Indian Creek choke tube, Longbeard XR, 3.5 inch, number 5s, dropped him, and I've taken so many good birds with this combo. It's just unbelievable. But I'm gonna go out there and grab him real quick. Yes, sir. That is awesome.
Time for the Zach Brown Southern Grind guest book question. This week from Aiden in Lake Butler, Florida. And he wants to know, I watch your show on Saturdays. How long should I wait after I shoot a deer before I go and look for it? There's a lot of reasons for you to be very patient. As the deer runs away, he will stop. And he will stay there. I would say give it a half an hour, at least. You gotta pack up all your gear and do this. Appreciate what just happened. Review it in your mind. What you did, what you avoided, what was before the hunt. Why were you in that location? What did you use? You gotta unload your weapon. There are a lot of things for you to do. At least a half hour before you go in, but after you pull the trigger or shoot the bow, be sure and track him with landmarks and then go slowly. If you'd like to be awarded a Zach Brown Southern Grind Jackal Black and Tan knife, go to o'neilloutside.com. Use your question on the air. Zach will send you the knife. It's a good one.
We have more from O'Neill and Travis, but first, let's thank these sponsors. Works Power Share. Share batteries, save money. QDMA, where deer hunters belong. Fire Aid. Don't fight fires, extinguish them. Year One, your source for muscle car parts. Rugged Ridge, your Jeep, your adventure. and by Thorogood. Over 125 styles of job-fitted footwear, proudly made in the USA since 1892. Now, let's join O'Neill for some flavorful cooking with Swaggerty's Farm sausage.
Many of the recipes we'll show you this fall are very interesting. It'd be things that you don't ordinarily prepare. This is stuffed summer squash, using, of course, Swaggerty's premium sausage. Now you can use the patties, the maple, might even consider the hot. But here's a pound, it's all crumbled up, there you go. I'm going to add onions, garlic, thyme. This may take some time. Pecans, off to a good start, aren't I? Breadcrumbs, some mozzarella cheese, and I believe this is chicken broth, because everything's better with chicken broth. Let's mix this up and give me the opportunity to keep from hurting myself by putting it in the squash. Okay, I think I got it going here. Let's give this a try. Whew. And we're going, as I proceed, this is going to be cooked either on the grill at 375 or in the oven at 375. Short time, about 20 minutes. I'll add salt and pepper to all of these when I have them all prepared. You stand by. Salt and pepper to taste. Now you can put this on the grill or in the oven, but it doesn't take long. A little bit of pepper here. Help yourself. "20 minutes at 375. Oh boy. Using Swaggerty's Farm Premium Mild Roll Sausage, here is your stuffed summer squash. It's an outstanding recipe and you can get it. Visit swaggertysfarm.com or o'neilloutside.com.
That was a heck of a shot right there. Let's go see if we can get them before the cows do. Let's we turn these cows into retrievers. I don't know what happened. These birds were coming down this edge. They were gonna come by at 10 yards or less. They got to 50 yards, turned, went across the entire field. I don't know if they're blind shy. It doesn't really matter when you got a CVA Apex though. You just smash them wherever they stand. That's about all that happened right there. Shot him in mid gobble. This is the last time he'll ever gobble, I can guarantee it. I don't think I need this face mask. Let's check him out. Let's see if, you gotta be kidding me. This bird is a giant. I'm talking about some daggers. Absolute daggers. That's as sharp as it gets right there. Needles, son. This is a big bird. They come across this field. He had those hens. He stayed out there for an hour, just strutting nonstop. I never could get good footage of him. I mean, heck, he's got a big fan. He's got to be Pope and Young or Boone and Crockett, I guess, since I shot him with a gun. Gotta be. He gobbled once out here, and I could barely hear him, even though he gobbled at 50 yards. The wind's blowing 35 miles an hour. That's a heck of a bird. That's my biggest Rio right there, spur-wise, for sure. I mean, absolute giant. I don't know how old this bird is, but I'd say he's every bit of 12, 14 years old. That's awesome right there. I'm fired up. Rush Creek Guide Service pulls through once again.